Yo guys, what is going on? Got some BT7 gameplay and a deck profile for you guys in this video. So I'm playing a deck I'm really looking forward to. We got the set list of BT7 Next Adventure leaked the other day. So we've got all these cards to play with on DigimonCard.dev, so I thought might as well try to make some decks and test out what exactly these cards can do. So you see EmperorGreymon here, one of my favorite Digimon. He's just so awesome. I absolutely love Digimon Frontier. So this guy's really cool. He's got Blitz, and then he has a really cool effect where if you block him, he can unsuspend and then gain a bunch of memory. And then we've got, of course, the boss monster Susanomon here, who can evolve on top of a Tamers, provided you've got enough to like fulfill that condition. But he's really cool. Just pop something on play. But all the new hybrid support is actually like really solid. Like the new Flamemon searches Susanomon or Takuya or any hybrid Digimon, and then you've got, of course, Bokomon, who searches hybrid or 10 warriors. And 10 warrior searcher was kind of what we were lacking, because if you guys have played this deck in like BT4, BT5 at all, you'll know that Ancient Greymon can't be searched off of like the current Flamemon, because he's not a hybrid, he's a 10 warriors. So anyways, and then we've got all these other powerful cards like Aldemon here, Takuya himself, Tamer with an inheritable effect, and I'm playing one copy of Fire Drake Strike, which you can see the effect down here. Basically, you get to delete something with a DP equal to or less than one of your hybrids, so that's really nice. But yeah, so definitely a work in progress. Let me know if you guys have suggestions on the deck list at all, but if nothing else, let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. Alright guys, so game one, I'm going to be going up against a Gabu Bond, a Bond of Friendship turbo deck, basically. So you'll see at the top, my opponent went ahead and digivolved his BT6 Gabumon, and then played the Davis to try to get the +1 there. So it's a pretty ideal setup. That deck basically just wants to play a bunch of Tamers like Matt and Nokia and Davis and stuff, and as well as your blue memory boost, and then just go up into Bond of Friendship and then just swing multiple times and do, you know, shenanigans like that. So my hand, unfortunately, was very unideal, so I don't have a level 4 in my hand, which if I did, that'd be pretty sweet, because I've got basically the every other level I could want in my hand. I've got the Aldemon there, the Burning Greymon, which, by the way, this Burning Greymon is like really fantastic. So just being able to blow up anything with 4,000 or less if you evolved on a Tamer. And by the way, he's only a 2 evolution cost on a Tamer, so comparable to the BT4 Gunimon we see played now. So anyways, I'm just going to pass. I was debating playing the Monochromon, but I decided just to pass and give him 3. So he's going to start, keeps the Gabumon in the breeding area, and then plays the BT1 Gabumon for the +1, as well as the Strabimon to reveal 3 and add a hybrid as well as a blue Tamer. So unfortunately, that is none of those cards. He is color restricted, so you don't get the Nokia off of him, but that is going to leave me with 3 memory. And finally, I drew into something I can use. So I drew into the Flamemon, digivolved the Flamemon, even though, you know, he doesn't have an inherited effect. That's okay, because I can go into probably Monochromon and Aldemon, or I could set up my own tie here, so then that way the following turn I'd be guaranteed 3 memories. So first of all, I think I'm just going to go ahead into Burning Greymon, evolve him on Takuya, and then he has an effect where if he evolves on Takuya, you get to delete something with 4,000 or lower, so that's really nice. Just being able to get rid of a lot of champions. Unfortunately, not really anything significant is there, like I don't think any blockers or anything like that, but champions and level 3's removal is just nice in general. So then I'm just going to play tie 4/4 and then leaving my opponent back at 3 with the Davis. I also see that, you know, I do have the Aldemon in hand, and Aldemon is really fantastic. Being able to basically get that effect where you don't check option cards when you swing is really significant. And then my opponent is just going to, with 3 memory, going to Ancient Garurumon off of the promo Lobomon there, and then he will get 2 swings because Ancient Garurumon unsuspends himself. So he's going to swing in security twice and then not die, of course. But the only stipulation here is that since he evolved him with the promo Lobomon, he will die at the end of the turn. However, Ancient Garurumon has that nice on deletion effect where you get to basically just play any level 4 or lower hybrid from your hand upon deletion. So that's really cool. So then I'm going to start with 3. I'm a little bit like wary of the mat he played. So that's the BT6 mat, where if you bring out a Gabumon, you get to draw a card and gain memory. So my opponent will start with 4 if he chooses to bring out the Gabumon. So anyways, I've got the Burning Greymon in field. I'm debating what to do here, whether I should build up in the back, maybe go Monochromon and then Aldemon and then pass my turn. Or I could go Nemon as well. Nemon's really cool because he has the effect, well, he has two effects. First, when you play him, you get to play a tamer with an inherited effect from your hand for free. And then also when one of your tamers, or sorry, when one of your Digimon with a tamer underneath that was deleted, you get to play a tamer from your trash. So that's really, really cool. So I was thinking, like, maybe if he outs the Burning Greymon, I could go into Nemon and get some advantage off of that. Or I could just evolve onto Burning Greymon for a cost of 1. Aldemon has a really insane effect where if you're evolving on something that has a tamer in the stack, he basically becomes a 1 cost level 5. Like, that's actually crazy. It's really, really powerful. And then he also will get like the plus 4,000 per turn, so he'll be like at a huge amount. Like, okay, so then anyways, I'm just going to bring out the Flamon, evolve into the Monochromon. I drew into the Flamon off that, and then probably just go into Aldemon for a cost of 1, which is really nice. And then you see I also got the Blitz effect from the EmperorGreymon, so I go into Emperor for 4, and then he's got Blitz, and then he will have security attack plus 1 from the Takuya. Unfortunately, he's only got 3 materials, so he won't actually get the effect from the tie as well. So he's just going to check 2, and I believe he's at like 14,000 or something. And then we're going to run into the Rattlestar in security. However, Aldemon says that option cards do not activate their effect, so that just does not do anything. But then of course we hit a mat, so then he's going to get that as well. The security is just ridiculous in this deck. So he's going to bring out his Gabumon, gain 1 off of each mat, and then draw 1 off of each mat. So gain 2 memory, draw 2 cards is absolutely crazy. So he's starting his turn with 5. And now I'm kind of scared of him potentially going into Bond of Friendship, because if you guys don't know what that card does, well, he's a 14,000 level 7 who can attack like 3 times provided you've got the Gabumon underneath him, which he does. So anyways, he's going to go into Promo Lobomon again for a cost of 2, evolve into Ancient Garurumon for a cost of 1, and because he is 13,000, he will be able to swing over my EmperorGreymon. Now, keep in mind that he can also swing twice. So if I block here, right, like he's most likely going to attack EmperorGreymon, and then if I block, well, he'll just attack EmperorGreymon again, so I'll end up losing both my Digimon. So I think the correct move here is to, since he is declaring attack, I just let it go through, so that way he can't threaten my Monochromon. So then he's going to swing security, and then hit Aldemon, and then hit Flamon off of the Lobomon there. So leaving me at 1 security. So I'm not sure what I could do to come back here, unless I draw into like a Susanomon or something, because EmperorGreymon is really nice for the Blitz effect, but unfortunately Ancient Greymon is like quite the opposite, right? Because he's a 5 evolution cost, but he doesn't have Blitz, of course. And then he's just like, he's really great because you can check multiple security with him. But again, the 5 evolution cost is just so steep. Like, it's just so ridiculous. So my opponent is going to activate Ice Wall on my Monochromon. That card is absolutely ridiculous. That is coming out in the extra set 1, I believe. So basically next turn, if I decide to attack with my Monochromon or anything that evolves from it, I will end up losing 2 memories. So that's really significant. And then we're going to see a Strabimon played off of the Ancient Garurumon's effect, since it was deleted by, I mean, just on deletion, but it was deleted by the Promo Lobomon's effect. So after that, I'm going to start draw into an Aldemon, and then go Flamon on top of the Kapurimon. And then that Flamon is really nice. That's the set 6 one that gives you piercing if this Digimon is hybrid or 10 warriors. So this red hybrid deck does have quite a lot going for it, but I think it feels a little bit slow at times, and you kind of need the proper setup to get going. But then if they out your big like Digimon with 10 materials, it feels kind of bad. So I'm going to go ahead and evolve into that Flamon, and then I think I could do a couple things here. So I could go like Burning Greymon on top of the tie for 2, and then Aldemon on top of that for 1. However, Burning Greymon does not get his effect on top of any red tamer, which is like kind of the only thing that's like not the best about it, but maybe that'd be a little bit too ridiculous. But so he only gets his effect if you evolve him on Takuya there. So I could evolve him on tie, and then go Aldemon for 1, put me to 0, get an Aldemon on field, but I really need to clear both of his Digimon, or at least one of them, because I've got the blocker, right? So I think initially I went Burning Greymon, thinking that you could do that, but I was like, wait a second, no, you actually can't use his effect with the tie, it has to be Takuya. So anyways, I'm just going to evolve for 1 on top of the Monochromon instead, and then I'm going to use his effect because he does have hybrid. So he either needs a hybrid or a Takuya. So I'm going to use his effect, blow up the one of his Digimon, and then attack over the Lobomon there, or whichever one was suspended. So then that's going to let me clear his field, and I'm just going to play Nemon for a cost of 3, and then Nemon lets me play Takuya for free. So that is just so fantastic. That is so much value. Was able to clear his board and then establish my tamer on field. So then the following turn, hopefully, if I draw into anything like a BlitzGreymon, or I keep saying BlitzGreymon, what's his name, EmperorGreymon, or anything like that, then that will be really fantastic, and I can use Takuya's effect for that. So my opponent is going to go ahead and evolve the Gabumon, and then go into the blue memory boost, which lets him reveal the top 4 and add any blue Digimon. So he went ahead and added the Bond of Friendship, which is such a powerful, ridiculous card. So he's going to play that for 3 and then go to 0. However, I believe I've got game next turn. So unless he's gonna do something to get rid of one of my Digimon, maybe like a Rattlestar or a Cocytus Breath or something, I just don't think he'll be able to come back. So we're going to see a Nokia played for 3, and then he plays the Gabumon off of her effect. I'm going to unsuspend and then bring out the Flamon, and then now since I've got the Aldemon in hand, I think I was debating, like, if I attack here, like, let's see what he could have in security. He could have Ice Wall, he could have Hammer Spark, he could have Rattlestar. There's a lot of powerful cards in that deck that would be ridiculous in security. So if I go Aldemon here, Aldemon will get the plus, like, 4,000, and then he'll check 2 cards because tie will give him the extra security attack plus 1, since that stack will have 4 more materials. So initially I was like, oh, I guess I can just evolve him for 1, but no, you have to evolve him for the full 3 cost if it is on a Digimon that's that doesn't have a tamer, so even though he's a hybrid. So it was a little bit confusing. Like, I'm not sure why they made it so, like, him and Burning Greymon have, like, different restrictions. You would think they would make it all of them, like, you can resolve this effect if you have a red tamer or a hybrid Digimon, but some of them are specific to Takuya, some of them specific to tamers or whatever. So anyways, I'm just going to attack with the Aldemon for 2 checks, attack with the Flamon for the last check, and then hit him with Nemon for game. So that is going to be game 1. So that's really cool. Lots of cool stuff this deck can do. So then game 2, my opponent will start Digivolve the Gabumon on top of the Upamon, and then plays a Strabimon for 3, and then unfortunately, well, maybe not unfortunately, but he hits 3 blue tamers, so he's either going to be able to set himself with 3 memory, or and then put those mats on the bottom of the deck, or get the mat, but he decided to take the Davis, so that means 2 mats are on the bottom of the deck, so that's pretty significant, and they didn't actually even get a hybrid on top of that, so he might not have the promo Lobomon Ancient Garurumon combo. So anyways, I'm going to go and then evolve my Flamon, and then play another Flamon, add a hybrid and a red tamer, the hybrids being another Flamon, but this time the BT7 one, and then an Aldemon, but I think I'm going to get the Flamon instead, because I can probably just play him since I'm missing a couple of pieces here. I could just play him, maybe get something like a Suzanomon or a Takuya or something, but instead I'm just going to evolve into the Agunimon for 2. So he is going to go ahead and just counter by playing Davis for 4, putting me at 2 memory, adding any of those blue Digimon, and he's probably going to take Lobomon, I'd imagine. That would be really nice setup in case he wants to do any offensive plays, and then he's got Davis on field, so I just need to kind of remember that. But I guess he's going to take the Gabumon instead, probably has some hybrids in hand already, so leaving me with 2 memory is a little bit awkward, because basically unless I go like a champion and then maybe play like a Flamon afterwards, I think that would be pretty decent. I could go Agunimon and then Aldemon, or Agunimon then Flamon, which I think I honestly should have done, but I also think I was scared of like committing anything to field, because Bond of Friendship, if he goes into that, he can just clear like my entire board so long as it's level 5s or lower. So I just ended up swinging with the Flamon, and then I'm just going to evolve Aldemon in the breeding area. He's going to start with 3 anyways because of Davis. So the nice thing about, even if he does memory choke me, I've got the EmperorGreymon, who does have Blitz, so I'll be able to attack even if like my memory goes over. So he's going to bring out his Gabumon, goes into the Lobomon, which I thought he might not have, but he does end up having. And then he's showing me his hand there, which is full of Nokias, which is really unfortunate. But even so, he is still able to go into Ancient Garurumon for a cost of 1, and he's going to swing with the Strabimon first, and then, which is actually correct, because if Strabimon survives, he gets 4 swings instead of 3. So then he's going to swing with Ancient Garurumon 2 times, and then hit a Takuya in security, who does have the security effect of just play him when revealed in security. So that's really nice, especially because I've got the EmperorGreymon, so maybe I could pull off some crazy combos with that. If you guys don't know, Takuya does have the effect where if you've got EmperorGreymon in your hand, you can evolve into him, treating him as a level 5 red just by sticking 5 hybrids underneath him from your trash. So that's really, really crazy. That's a really powerful effect. And then his Ancient Garurumon is going to die, leaving me with 4 memory, but unfortunately he did not have any targets in hand, or at least any that he wanted to resolve that. So then I'm going to go into Ancient Greymon for a cost of 3, because I've got the promo Gunimon underneath him, reducing his cost. And now that I've got 3 hybrids underneath him, Ancient Greymon will check 4 cards. He is also at 14,000 because of the Kapurimon there as well. So basically the only thing that could kill me in his security is something like a Bond of Friendship, because Ancient Garurumon is 13,000, so that'd be really nice. Oh, also he's got Piercing, you know, might as well, like, there's no reason not to have that. But so anyway, so I'm gonna swing and then check 4 cards. So he's actually going to hit a Bond of Friendship on the 3rd check, which is really unfortunate, but that's fine. I can deal with that. So then he's going to, you know, die, and then I'm going to get Ancient Greymon's effect, who's got the same effect as the Ancient Garurumon, being able to play a level 4 lower hybrid from my hand for free. So I'm going to play the Flamemon, and then use his effect, reveal the top 4, and then add a hybrid Suzanomon or Takuya from amongst those. So not the best choices I've got here, so probably just gonna take the Aldemon since he's really, really solid, and then put the rest on the bottom of the deck. And unfortunately, I can't go for game right now, even though I've got the Takuya, so I could go EmperorGreymon, but it would check the last card, but it wouldn't be able to finish him off. So I think I was down for just waiting one more turn, because there is no way he can OTK me the next turn, because he's got no Digimon in play, no Digimon coming out, so there's nothing in that deck that can make Bond of Friendship or Ancient Garurumon attack the turn they were played. So that's fine by me. So then I'm just going to play another Flamemon, reveal top 4, and then add an Agunimon, and then put the rest at the bottom. So in this way, I've got more than enough for lethal next turn. Even if he does something like Aqua Viper me, I at least still have got the EmperorGreymon play. So anyways, he's going to go ahead and Digivolve into the Gabumon, and then just scoop it up there, because there's nothing he can do. And as you can see, my hand was crazy, and I could have done lots of stuff and gone into the Emperor, and then just swung with the Flamemons and stuff. But so there was just lots of stuff I could do. But anyways, guys, if you did enjoy the video, go ahead and let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.